What is up, YouTube? ZukiM1 here, and I am back with a brand new YouTube video. Today, we are going to be taking a look at my updated Tenyi list. So, thanks to a couple play testing with friends and things of that nature, I've been able to come up with a finite build that I feel very confident in playing against. I've really only struggled against like blowout cards like Kaiju, Slumber of the Kaiju, fucking Dengirshu. Dengirshu is a very, very difficult card against this match only because it doesn't target. So it makes it tricky for you to protect your monsters per se. You can protect it when you got the field card on field, the flawless protection. I mean flawless perfection. But if you don't have that up, it becomes a little bit more difficult. But yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at the build. It should be pretty quick. So we got two Ash Blossoms. These are the only hand traps in the whole deck besides permanents. I like them at 2. They're really good. They're solid. I don't see them too much, but I see them enough to know that they're still in the deck, right? I bumped up Marmar from 1 to 3. Now, unlike Ash, I want to see this card. If I see this card in my opening hand, I'm going to go off. I'll show you guys a couple combo plays with Marmar in a little bit, but just know that if I can get Marmar in my opening hand, you got full combo. So yeah, just this alone is going to give you full combo. Sky Blaster is a great card. I'm so glad that I had looked at that one video that had recommended this card to me, because this is like one of the best normal summons you could possibly have in the deck. So you're a starter. I'll explain it a little bit more in detail if I can get the card, but essentially you special summon a Tenyi monster, go into the link 1, activate another Tenyi monster if you have it, and then normal summon Phantom the Sky Blaster. You get 3 tokens, and then when you get the 3 tokens, you can just proceed to go crazy, right? So you can link 2 with the 2 worms, go into Shaman, and once you go into Shaman, you use the you use the 2 tokens to go into IP Masquerado. Use the Shaman's effect pitch to special summon. If you got Marmar in hand, that's even better, because that was the play that I had against a friend. So you discard the Marmar, special summon the Marmar, activate effect, get 3 more tokens, right? Because you use the 2 to go into IP, and then use the other 2 to go into Lanferous. And then you can summon Marmar. That's 3 monsters. Special summon 2 of those monsters. Link, go into Berserker. Then use the other token with Marmar to go into. You use the 2 tokens. One of them with the Shaman to go into Draco Master. And then once you go into Draco Master, you can use the token to go into Link Karibo, activate Marmar effect for the last time, get another token, Link 3, go into Berserker. So your end board would be Draco Master, IP, Lanferous, and Berserker with 2 to 3 Tenyis either in grave or in hand. That's busted. That's still not including if you have like an impermanence, Call by the Grave, Flawless Perfection, right? That's pretty nuts. So Sky Blaster is a great addition to this deck. 3 Ahata, it recycles all of your big boys. You really want to only use this to bring back this or this, but there are situations where you might want to bring back one of these guys. So it's a great card. It's just great, and it's a tuner, so that helps out a lot. Asuna, this is the reason why I built the deck in the first place. It's a great card, great complement to the deck. It allows you, this is a 1 card Shaman. So you special summon this, Link, well, it's not a 1 card Shaman, you still need another worm monster. Well, no you don't, actually, I just lied. Yeah, this is a 1 card Shaman. You special summon Asuna, link him off, Go into the level 1 monk. Activate as soon as effect. Banish himself for cost. Special summon in one of the other Tenyis that you want to use at the moment, whether it be red, green, blue, or black. You special summon them. Link to go into Shaman, activate Shaman's effect, pitch a card, bring back something else. Then you can go either into him, him, or whatever else that you got, right? If you can go for a synchro play, you can go for a synchro play. If you can go for, whatever the case may be. But just know that that is available to you. So as soon as a 1-card Shaman, literally just a 1-card Shaman, which is great. This is for targeting. You'll be surprised how many times people still target in 2020. So it's a great card. I bumped it up to 2 from where it was originally at 1 because it's still a free floater, right? It's still special summon itself for free, so that's really good. Green, because I actually have more situations where ducking someone of that 1500 attack actually puts in hella work. If only you can use it more than once, that'd be fucking baller. Because then I can, if I had 2 engraved, I could duck for multiple attacks, but you can only do it once per turn, which is it's kind of hit or miss, to be honest, but it is what it is. The blue one is probably my favorite one, though. The blue one acts as a monster reborn, and it gets a free monster removal, right? So it's a great card. For shooter, not much needs to be said about him. He can bounce anything for you: spells, traps, monsters, field cards, cards that can't be that can't be destroyed by battle or by card effect, right? It's just a great card. The only problem is that he targets. If he had untargetable bounce, broken, fucking busted. But he targets, so the Winged Dragon and Raw Spear mode. I'm pretty sure you guys was looking at the build and was wondering what the fuck. Why do I main deck this? I main deck Spear mode over Nibiru because if the meta is going in the direction of where I think it's going to be a lot more Spiral players. And if there's more Spiral players, that means that people are going to feel the need to play more combo decks. Combo decks are pretty difficult to crack. This deck is definitely good at cracking boards, but it's definitely a lot trickier when they have 3 negates and a card that can't be targeted, can't be destroyed by card effect, and can't be destroyed by battle. I'm referring to Sleeper, but you get the idea. So when they go into those boards, right, where they got Trigate with 3 links, Appaloosa, and Sleeper with Phoenix and Cerberus, that's very tricky to get over. So instead of trying to wrap my head around trying to figure out how to clear that board, which is, I'm not going to lie to you, it's impossible because Sleeper is going to always pop my 2 cards. So even if I force out the 2 negates and I still got plays, Sleeper is just going to pop the plays that I had. So then I just lose the next turn. But yeah, essentially you just Spear mode, get rid of the app, get rid of the Trigate, and get rid of the Sleeper, bring out the Raw mode, and then you proceed to go crazy. Because your whole deck, all it does is just special summon for free. Just for free. And if you got this in here with Spear mode, bruh, they might as well scoop it up. Just scoop it up. Just scoop it up. If you're a Spiral player and that happens to you, just scoop it up, bro. There is nothing you are going to be able to do because I am going to OTK you. I'm going to summon out Draco Master, pop the Spear mode, and then just go crazy. But that's pretty much why I made deck Spear mode over Nibiru. Because Nibiru doesn't hurt them. Because if they go into 5 summons and they start and they get to the point where they're about to go into app and you activate Nibiru, that still doesn't guarantee that you're going to be safe, right? You just put a big token on their side of the field, which can sometimes be tricky because, like, we could be playing flawless. Like, if I have flawless perfection on the board, like, I can't target or I can't destroy it because it'd be immune to monsters effects. So, just be careful with that. So 2 Call by the Graves. Call by the Grave is Call by the Grave. 3 Flawless Perfections, because it's the best card in the fucking deck. Not only can they not target this bad boy, not only can they not target this bad boy, but they can't even they are very hesitant about special summoning monsters because they don't want to give you a free plus. This is like one of the hardest free pluses in the game. It's like literally just unbiased protection and +2 for free. For free. You do not know how many times someone summoned Dingirshu, activate effect, try to send Berserker or try to send Monk, and I was like, okay. They're like, what do you mean? It's unaffected by your effect. Oh, okay, then I'll see your field card. No, you already selected your target. Remember, your effect is non-targeting. So you've already picked what card is too far in the chain, right? That's if you want to be a shark. If you not want to be an asshole, you can let them sing your field card. That's your choice as a player, obviously. But that's in your ballpark. That's your choice to make as the turn player. So you get well, not as the turn player, as the person responding to your opponent's effect. Well, targeting, basically. Well, your opponent's mistake, basically. Foolish because it's foolish. Monster Reborn. It's Monster Reborn. Now this card right here, this card is the best. Well, it's between either Vessel or Flawless, which one is the best card. But this card by itself literally becomes all of your playmakers. You could literally have any Tenyi monster. It doesn't matter which Tenyi monster plus this, and then you got full combo. Because essentially you just use one of the Tenyi monsters. Let's say you have blue, right? So you got blue, special summon blue, use blues, you go into monk. Once you go into monk, you activate this. When you activate that, you get to send Marmar to the grave and then add another Tenyi monster. Special summon that Tenyi monster. So like say for instance, I got blue in grave and I want green for attack difference, or I want red in there for protection from targeting, right? It just depends on how you want to set up your graveyard, which is so fucking cool, right? It allows you to put 2 free Tenyi monsters in the grave to protect your vanilla monster, and it also allows you to get a free get a free shaman with Marmar play for free. So even if I didn't open up with Marmar, I can guarantee that I'm going to see Marmar if I got this. So it's basically like you're playing 6 Marmars with the Vessel, which is fucking insane. The one catch to this card is that if they have a way to respond to the monk, meaning if they have a way to get him off the field while you're activating this, you won't be able to add a Tenyi monster from your deck to your hand, only because you don't control a face-up non-effect monster. So just keep that in mind, guys. If they have a way to send it to the from the field to the graveyard, be wary of that, because that could hurt you. And yeah, I think that is about it. I mean, impermanence, don't need to explain it. This card right here, now some of you guys were questioning, why do I want Waterfall of the Dragon Soul? So I run Waterfall of the Dragon Soul for one reason. It helps you be able to shuffle your deck when you're going against Spyros. So as you can see, we run a high monster count in this deck. And there's not going to always be a time where you're going to go first. There are a good number of go second Spyro decks. So let's say, for instance, they make you go first and you set up your board. You got IP, you got Draco Master, you got fucking 2 other monsters to go into a link for, so you can go into either Boar Sword or Avermax, right? But they still find a way to go into their Spyro plays. They're proceeding to try to go crazy. Then you activate Dragon Soul to prevent them from knowing what it is. Now, there's a high chance that they're sea monsters, obviously. But if you open up a lot of monsters, so like say for instance, if I open up, I don't know, 4 monsters and 1 Dragon Soul, right? That's full play, and then I set the Dragon Soul, so there's a good chance that I might see a spell, I might see a trap, and people don't know your ratios because obviously they can't look inside your deck, so they don't know if they're going to hit monster, spell, or trap. So that's 3 different ways that they could call it, obviously, and once they do, they got a 1 in 3 chance If they call monsters, they got a higher chance because that's more than half the deck. But they don't know that, obviously. So just keep that in mind that Dragon Soul is meant to help you shuffle your deck. Also, it helps you get worms from your deck to your hand. So you can search out your Marmar. You can search out any of your Tenyi monsters in case you don't have any monsters. Because the one flaw to this deck, the biggest flaw to this deck, the thing that hurts it the most, is that all of your Tenyi monsters effects are turned off if you don't control a non-effect monster. You can control effect monsters on the board. You just have to have a vanilla monster on your board. Period. Like you have to have one. If you don't have a vanilla monster on your side of the field, it's you really can't do anything with the deck. Like everything else is meant to interact with that aspect. You can't recycle your Tingy monsters because you don't control one. You can't special summon one from your deck because you don't control one. You can't prevent somebody from targeting. Can't prevent battle damage, and you can't bring it back or bounce a card because you don't control that monster. Like it's really that detrimental to control a non-effect monster in this deck. So you have to always have a non-effect monster on your side of the field at all times to keep all of your Tingy monsters online. Because otherwise, you're pretty much dead in the water, unfortunately. Um, 3 Lancias, because Lancia is Lancia. Pretty much stops like 90% of the meta. Droll, because fuck you, Spyros. Nibiru for other decks that don't necessarily have 3 monsters on their end board, but special summon way more than 5 times. Cowboy, because timing around is a bitch. Uh, Cosmic Cyclone, because fuck you, Dingirshu. Dark Ruler Namor, because fuck you, combo decks. I mean, if you're going to go crazy, yeah, fuck your field. I'm going to take that bitch apart. Silent Graveyard for everything else in between, because there's still a lot of shit that results in the graveyard. That's why we use Abyss Dweller as well. And fuck back rows, because you know that's that Grand Marju that sets back cards. That's the what the fuck is those little niggas that sets a whole bunch of traps? They got Marionetta, Multi-Faker, Altergeist. Yeah, fuck Altergeist. Fuck what's that? Guru Control. Fuck Altergeist. Fuck Guru. Fuck Grand Marju Control. Fuck all them decks. Oh, and definitely a big fuck you to Ju Draco players. So yeah, I don't know if I want to bump up my Twin Twister count and my Cosmic Cyclone count, but it's been pretty good so far. So, Boxia for spot remover, obviously. Draco for game, and he also has a form of interaction with dangers, where if they activate a danger effect in hand, you can just banish it. So they don't even get a chance to have you, roll and discard. You just banish the card. Actually, I think they still do discard the card. It's just the danger monster is banished, so they don't get discarded and they don't get to get special summoned. And then they discard. I think that's how it works. You can check with your local judge to make sure, but if they activate a danger in hand and you respond with Draco Berserker, you can banish the danger, and then when you banish the danger, they still have to resolve the effect because you didn't negate it. Abyss Dweller, because fuck you to like 90% of the meta again. Berserker, because he's a big boy. He's bigger than this boy. If he was bigger, you wouldn't even play Berserker because he's a Link 3, but he's small as fuck. Like, why the fuck did they give him 1,000 attack? That shit just, that just irks me. Like, I get it, right? I get it. He's supposed to be weak, but like, damn, dude, like, give him something, bro. Anywhoosies. 1 Berserker, 1 Sword, because you gotta go for game. Draco Master, because he's the best rank 3 in terms of arrows. It's free as hell to make. They don't even care if you use vanilla monsters. And yeah, he's just fucking busted. Oh yeah, you can also use tokens to bring him out too. You just gotta have a link in there. Um, IP, she's $50 fucking dollars. There's a reason why she's $50. She's fucking broken. And don't forget about the fact that your opponents cannot destroy that monster by card effects. People will try it, and they will be sorely disappointed that they can't do that. So no Raigekis, no Kaiju interrupting Kaiju Slumber or anything like that. But if they have interrupting Kaiju Slumber, chances are they're playing other Kaiju, so they could just tribute your monster. So we're playing in a format where people are going to be tributing monsters, whether it be through Raw, Nibiru, or Kaijus. So be weary of that, guys. Unicorn, because IP plays. Lanferis, because it's a vanilla monster. Avermax, because he's Avermax. This dude is fucking busted. 3 monks. You will run through these monks really quickly, because they start all your plays. So 3 monks. You gotta play 3. You have to play 3. There is no choice in it. There are times where I think about playing 2, but you gotta play 3. You need 3, unfortunately. 2 shamans, because again, you kind of need 3. I mean, you kind of need 2. There's going to be multiple times where you might not kill them the first time you went into your shaman plays. So you thank yourself later by not playing just one of these, because after you go into your shaman plays and there's no way to you bring back cards like this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, like all of these guys are fucking worms, right? There's no way for you to bring back any of those guys. You'd be kind of mad at yourself, right? Free Marmars, stuff like that or whatever. So you gotta run too. But that's the deck profile, guys. We're gonna do a little quick test hand real quick just to show you guys a couple examples of what you want to do with the deck. And then we're gonna close out the video. So boop, boop. Alrighty. So open the hand. Not bad. It's not bad. It's not the best, but it's not bad either. So we can't go into any real deficit type of plays. So on this one, you would just have to set up as best as you can. So set this. I special summon this, right? Use that. Go into the monk, obviously. Activate Foolish and dump the blue. Right. Alright. Or you can dump. Oh, actually, you could have dumped the. Depending on what this card was, see how we got Raw. You could have dumped Asuna. Use Asuna effect. Banish itself. Special summon a Tenyi from the deck. And then link 2, go into Shaman, discard this, the special summon, back, and then proceed to go crazy. But because you can't, but because you don't have Marmar or something else to extend the play further, it's just best to go into the blue. Because basically what you're doing is you're guaranteeing that Monk is coming back with this. And you're going to stop an effect, and you're also going to be able to add another Tenyi monster on your turn. So you'll probably add the green one to make sure that if they summon a monster to try to just run them over, you can activate that. And if they're 25 or higher, 25 or lower, they're just going to crash or they're going to die. Right? So pretty good. So that's the opening hand. Wasn't the strongest, but it does give you options, right? So let's try it again. Now this one is definitely a playmaker hand. So you special summon this guy, link 1, right? Go to the monk. Where you at, monk? Right? Now, because you control a face-up non-effect monster, you can still activate Asuna's effect. But these guys in hand cannot activate before you do that. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that you special summon one of these guys first before you activate Asuna's effect. Because you won't control a non-effect monster after that point. So you won't be able to special summon these for free anymore. So then you banish this, activate that effect, go grab another color that you don't have. You can grab green or you can grab blue. Let's just, not blue, grab green right here. We're going to link to. And go into Shaman. Then from Shaman's effect, we're gonna pitch blue, special summon Monk back. You don't have to use one of the arrows. Banish this from my hand. Actually, damn. I think I might have misplayed only because we didn't special summon a level 7. We needed to special summon a level 7. So that way we could actually have Draco on board. Because you want to end with a Draco like this. Link these two. And then go into Monk. I mean, not Monk. Master. Draco Master. That's how it's supposed to look, but I might have misplayed. So, yeah, I think I misplayed somewhere in there. You're supposed to bring out Vashuda. You're supposed to bring out Vashuda with Asuna's effect, so you can normal summon Asuna. So this is supposed to be there. Green isn't supposed to be here. And this is supposed to be engraved. And then this is supposed to be engraved. So your graveyard will look like this. Vashuda, Shahida, Asuna, and that is it, right? And then you got Draco Berserker. This guy can't be destroyed by battle, and this guy can attack twice if they have an effect monster on their side of the field that you destroyed by battle. Oh no, it don't. Yeah, destroy an effect monster, right? So yeah, he's really good. So that's another one. You're set to call by the grave if you didn't use it, and then that'll be the second one. And reset again to show you one last test. Hopefully this is the one that go crazy. It is not. Actually, this is a hard ghost. This is a hard next hand, actually. So we're just gonna reset again. Okay, okay. I can show you guys full combo on this one. So special link. Go into Monk. Activate Vessel. Now, if you got Marmar in hand, you don't send Marmar. You send Tenyi monsters that you want to use. So, like, for instance, we got blue in grave, we got green in hand. So we can send Asuna to grave. And we're going to add red to hand. So these will count. These will play like hand traps for you to protect your vanilla monster. Right. Activate Asuna's effect. So right here, you would probably want to go into the level 1 so you can recycle your Asuna again. So let's summon this guy. Link to. Go into Shaman. Activate Shaman's effect. Pitch to special. Make sure to bring it back in attack position because it's 2100 attack. It's pretty good. Activate his effect 3 times. And then you get to choose, right? You can activate this. Banishing that to add your Asuna back because you control a face-up non-effect monster. Back to your hand. Normal summon this bad boy. Then you get to go 1, 2 to go into this guy. 1, 2 to go into this guy because they're both level 4s. And then 1, 2 to go into her. Set the impermanence. And there you go. Right? A flawless looking board. You got 3 forms of interruptions. You got IP to go into Unicorn, unless you want to go straight into Avermax, because you can also do that as well. You're just sacrificing 2 really powerful monsters. But Avermax, with him not being able to be targeted, not being destroyed by card effects, and not being destroyed by battle, ooh, that's pretty fucking strong. The only guy that can stop that is Dengirshu. So, you know, also keep that in mind, guys. So on their turn, you immediately want to empty out your Draco. So the moment they activate an effect, just immediately use it. They summon a monster, try to activate effect, the permanents, and then you got a choice, right? You can go 4, go into your go into your Avermax. You have 2 downward arrows, so then you can normal summon Nahara, activate, go into a monk, and then the rest of your Tenyis are back online again. So just food for thought, right? But that's hard. That's hard for most decks. Like, all of this is hard for most decks, especially if you go into Avermax. So, but with that, I'm going to close out the video. So if you guys did enjoy this video, please make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. But this has been Zuki1, and I hope you guys have a great morning, great evening, great afternoon, and great night. But I will catch you guys in the next video. By the way, the next video will be pretty fucking spicy. It's a concept deck that involves Tenyis again, but it's a very interesting concept deck. So if you guys want to see some theory crafting that I've been working on, some don't tell nobody type decks, definitely make sure you guys click subscribe and come back and check out my next video. It's going to be pretty spicy. But with that, I'm going to close out the video. So peace out for now, guys.